I never imagined I'd have to start over at 52. After 25 years of marriage, my wife and I quietly signed the papers, packed our things, and walked away from what we thought would last forever. It wasn't a dramatic breakup. There were no screaming matches, no betrayal. Just two people who had drifted apart. Years of raising kids, managing bills, working jobs. We were too busy surviving to notice we stopped connecting. We got married young. I was 26, full of ambition and naive dreams. We built a home, raised 3 children, had family dinners, rushed to soccer games, and celebrated birthdays with too much cake. It looked like a happy life from the outside, and parts of it were. But like many couples, once the kids left home, we found ourselves sitting across from each other at the table as strangers. The silence between us became louder than any argument ever could. When the divorce was finalized, I moved into a small one-bedroom apartment. No family photos on the walls, no kids yelling down the hallway. Just me and the quiet. At first, I told myself this was freedom, a fresh start. But truthfully, it was terrifying. Loneliness has a strange way of creeping in. Not all at once, but slowly, like fog rolling in after sunset. It wraps around your thoughts, makes the days feel longer, and turns small things, like breakfast or a phone call, into reminders of what's missing. I lost more than a partner. I lost my rhythm, my purpose. I wasn't needed the way I used to be. The routines that gave structure to my life disappeared, and I was left staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., wondering, now what? But here's the thing they don't tell you about losing everything. Once the dust settles, you're left with space. Empty space, yes, but also possibility. One morning, I picked up a pen and started writing. Nothing deep, just a sentence or two about my day. Then I went for a walk. I passed an old woman watering her plants, a man walking his dog, kids biking to school. Life was happening all around me, and for the first time in a while, I wanted to be part of it. I adopted a rescue dog named Hank. He's old, grumpy, and snores louder than a lawnmower, but he gave me a reason to get up every day. We walked together, sat in the park together, learned how to be okay with silence together. I signed up for an art class at the local community center. I'd always wanted to paint, but I used to tell myself I didn't have time. The truth was, I never gave myself permission. That first canvas was awful, but it made me feel alive. I started a blog, just a simple space to share stories like this. I didn't expect anyone to read it, but they did. And to my surprise, strangers began writing back. People from all over, divorced, widowed, retired, brokenhearted, telling me they felt the same way. For the first time in a long time, I didn't feel alone. You see, healing isn't a straight path. It's messy. Some days I felt strong. Other days, I missed the sound of someone else breathing beside me in bed. But with each sunrise, I found small reasons to keep going. A warm cup of coffee, a new book, a phone call with my daughter, Hank's tail wagging when I walked through the door. I stopped waiting for life to happen and started participating again. I learned that starting over at 52 isn't a failure. It's a gift. A second chance to figure out who you are, not just who you were for someone else. And if you're listening to this thinking, that's me, then please hear this. It's not too late. You are not too old. You are not broken beyond repair. You still have time to write new chapters, ones where you laugh louder, love deeper, and wake up excited for the day ahead. Yes, it's scary. Yes, it hurts. But you're not alone. I promise you that. If this story resonates with you, maybe share it with someone who needs it. And if you've been through something similar, leave a comment. I'd love to hear your story too. because sometimes the most powerful words we can hear are, "Me too."